If someone would have told you in the days after that, hey, don't worry, in a few years, you can't get a ticket for football games, basketball would have this beautiful arena, the success would be off the charts, how would you have responded to that?
When was that going to happen? Would have been my first question. I joked in the past as well that when I was hired here, they neglected to tell me we were $2.1 million in debt. In the interview process, that never came up. So to go from where we were at that point in time to where we are now was something that I don't think we could have imagined.
Your experience as an AD prior to here at Denison, how much did that help you? Were you able to draw some things from that experience that helped you here?
For sure. I was at Denison University, the athletic director there, in charge of all the sports as well. So at Division III, you kind of do it all. So you're hiring coaches. Actually, I was coaching myself as an athletic director as well. And you're doing all the budgets. You do everything as a Division III administrator. So when I came here, I was shocked that I had so much support and all these extra people to help with all these different things. But it allowed me to come to a Division I institution and be very familiar with all the concerns that they might have.
I have to tell you, actually I did earlier this afternoon, that when I heard you were going to be inducted, I was so happy for you. But the first thing that came to my mind was 1995, Lubbock, Texas, the first NCAA tournament victory for women's basketball. I mean, that was a magical moment. Sharon Johnson hit a big shot. What do you remember from that trip, the experience, and seeing the growth of that program?
Yeah, that was the first time we had the chance to be involved at that level. And going down there as a team, we had a great team, a lot of personalities on that team. So I do remember going out in Lubbock, Texas, of all the places. Who thought there'd be anything fun to do there? But we did go out line dancing, as I recall.
I remember that, yep.
And we bought cowboy boots,
yes,
as I recall. But the shot that Sharon Johnson hit to take us to the next round was just very, very special and helped really build the program.
Really did. As we celebrate Title IX, from your perspective, how far have we come and how much more work needs to be done moving forward?
We've really come a long way. I think women today who are involved in athletics probably can't appreciate from where we actually came. When I was in college as an athlete, you know, we shared spikes as a track athlete. We had, when somebody was done, we ran over and gave them to somebody else. We shared uniforms, you know, with different sports teams. Those were different times, but we did it because we loved what we did. And so where we've come has been amazing. Not only the opportunities that have been provided, but the resources that we've given to the women so they can reach their full potential. Do we have a ways to go? Absolutely. You can always get better. You can always reach further. And I think once the media, I've seen it in so many different places, even the field that I ended up being involved with, they've come a long way.
Oh, by the way, that turned out to be kind of a big deal, too. Tell us about that.
With soccer?
Yes.
Yeah, I had the opportunity. After Wisconsin, the coach at the time while I was here was Greg Ryan. And Greg had left, and he went and ultimately became the national team, the coach of our U.S. national team. And I hadn't talked to Greg in 13 years. And when their general manager left and I had retired from Wisconsin, he called me and asked me if I wanted to be the GM. And so I had the opportunity to do 2 World Cups and the 2008 Olympics where we won a gold medal. To be a part of that program was very, very special.
Absolutely. Finally, Cheryl, who would you like to thank here tonight?
There's a lot. I have to say that I had the pleasure of working with an unbelievable senior staff. And Joel Maturi, Al Fish, Vince Sweeney, Jamie Pollard, really were the type of people that allowed us all to succeed. But there's 2 individuals that made a world of difference in my career and my trajectory. The first is Pat Richter. I can never thank him enough for bringing in a Division III athletic director without much experience. And not only did he bring me in, but he let me do the job. And he had confidence in the job I did. And after a couple of years, we reorganized the department, and he made me the administrator over men's basketball with Stu Jackson, and ultimately men's hockey, and that was something new during that time for women to be administrators. So I can't thank him enough for having the confidence in me. The second person is Kit Saunders. Kit Saunders, Nordine, was the bedrock of women's athletics here at Wisconsin. And for somebody who came in, built this program in so many different ways, and when I came in, she was my biggest cheerleader. She was there pushing and helping me in any way I can. And two individuals that were key with Kit were Paula Bonner, who you saw on the screen up there, who also laid the groundwork, and Tam Flarup. And those people created an environment for us all to succeed, and I owe them all a great deal of gratitude.